March the 29th, 2022. Guys, you're looking at a repeat map from last week. It's going to work out pretty much the same way. This is starting this evening. Notice from Omaha to Austin. You've got Dallas, Oklahoma City, Kansas City in there in this red line. Torrential downpours, hail, isolated tornadoes, flash flooding, damaging wind gusts, AccuWeather local storm max of 90-mile-per-hour winds. Those are the storm max, but they're talking a lot about 80-mile-per-hour winds across a wide area. They're saying all modes of severe weather seem likely beginning Tuesday evening. This is coming from AccuWeather meteorologist Brandon Buckingham. While hail and damaging wind gusts with an AccuWeather local storm max of 80 miles per hour will be the main threats with any feisty storm into Tuesday night. A few tornadoes cannot be ruled out. This is for portions of central, northern Texas. You can see through Oklahoma all the way up into Nebraska. Now, this weather's going to do the same thing it did last week. Start right here with you guys this evening. And don't forget, we had tremendous amount of tornadoes all through Texas, different places into Alabama, New Orleans, east. You guys got hit really hard there. And just we're in the spring storms. We're getting this drop from the Arctic vortex. It's coming in behind this red area as we speak. Moisture's being pulled in off the Gulf. Let's look at going into Wednesday. Now, this is tomorrow into tomorrow night. Flash flooding, river flooding, tornadoes, hail, damaging wind gust, AccuWeather local storm max again, 90 miles per hour. Notice in the red areas it comes from southwestern Louisiana all the way up to Memphis over near Birmingham. That is the highest tornado risk, and then outside of that is damaging thunderstorms. Notice where it says flash flooding, river flooding in the top left. That means you're going to have a lot of rain quickly, but it's going to last long enough and be enough in volume to get the rivers up. It won't be just flash flooding, quick streams up and down, but you're going to have to watch your river levels. That's telling us we're going to get a lot of rain. Unlike the severe weather event last week, this setup is expected to yield a higher threat for severe thunderstorms further north up the Mississippi River Valley and into the western reaches of the Ohio River Valley. Just like on Tuesday, all severe weather hazards are possible during Wednesday's storms. This includes hail, damaging wind gusts with AccuWeather local again, 90-mile-per-hour max. Now, the winds are starting to pick up here in central Mississippi. It started out cloudy. We're starting to get breaks in sunshine as we do now, but you can tell there's a pickup in the winds, just gusts now. But if you look coming out of Texas, out of New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, you've got in the pink, these are red flag warnings because it's been dry and don't light fires. That's what it's about. But wind, and then the high wind warnings are in the orange right behind that. The tan colors, again, usually when you're in brown and tan, it has to do with wind. You've got wind advisories now. So that's just going to change as it moves over the Gulf of Mexico, starts pulling in that moisture. Behind that, in the four corner states, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, you have winter weather advisories. A lot of this possibly, it looks like, is in the higher elevations. Maybe in Payson, Arizona, check that out. But that, you guys are kind of used to that, but we're going into some areas and breaking warm weather records, just like in the Antarctic. And now, you guys remember when we watched the La Palma volcanoes last year? Last couple of months almost? Well, now what's happening, if you go north and west of the Canary Islands off of the shores of Portugal, is the Azore Islands. And now there's people that are being evacuated from the central island there because they had 12,000 small earthquakes. And it is a volcanic region, but it has not erupted for over 200 years. Weak shields, more solar energy pumping into the core of the planet via the magnetic lines of force that make your compass work, and that's what we're seeing. Now, There's a lot going on around the world thanks to the powers that be and trying to stir up destruction. We understand that. Right now, we've got destruction on the ground that we can see, and it's coming very quickly from all of my friends here across the southeast. Let's take a look at the satellite images. Now, you can see where the moisture is starting to build, again, from Austin all the way up to Omaha. And you can see, guys, again, in four corners there in the southwest, where your moisture is going to contribute to those winter storm watches and advisories. Most of that, again, I think it's higher elevation, but just be aware of that. And for our friends up in Hagerstown at the Speedway, those guys woke up to 25 degrees, sunny, but wind chill of about 14, I think, and they're getting ready to break camp and head back towards California and bring attention to some of the bills that are being passed there or attempted to being passed that infringe on a lot of people's rights. So that's going to be moving back to the west. I think they've done as much damage as they can do there, but very cold. And I think that's going to change. It's going to warm up there in a few days after this weather goes through. It will affect pretty much the entire nation in one way or the other. Guys, we're watching it. You watch it again. Texas this evening tonight. That includes the Oklahoma, Nebraska areas, right? Then it's going to just move right over Mississippi, Louisiana, into Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia. The same thing. We know the pattern. Just be prepared. Be prepared to move fast. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.